What's going on, everyone? Vampyr Gaming here, and today we're taking a look at OP07 Enel. Enel gets a lot stronger in OP07 thanks to the introduction of a few cards. So in EB01 we get This is Kingdom Come, or Raigo as it is in Japanese, which essentially allows you to KO anything. It's yellow's Red Rock with the requirement that you go down to 1 life. And then in OP07, we're going to see the addition of Portgas D Ace, which on play you may add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, this character gains Rush for this turn. And finally, we see Frankie, which is just, he's a vanilla 2K, technically a vanilla 2K, and he has a trigger. Draw 1 card. Then if you have 1 or less life, play this card. So you can use him. You can trigger him if you need the body, and then you also still gain a card to your hand. So you don't lose card advantage with the trigger, which is huge. And so we're going to go ahead and just talk about the deck list and some of the lines and plays within the deck. So we're playing 12 2Ks because we've got the Frankie, we've got Flampe, and we've got Beiji. So this card is actually very strong, just because it makes the Yamato turn way stronger, and it essentially is a +1. Granted, it is a 2K, and you might not see a 2K replace it, but it does give you value because you're going to, depending on the situation, like sometimes your opponent won't put you at 1 life just to take away the value of Yamato. If they do that, you can play Flampe and then draw, take that life draw, and then play Yamato for your full 10 Dawn turn. And it essentially becomes a +1 because you're taking that life, you're drawing a card, and then you're replacing that life. So you just go +1 on that play, which is big. Again, it is a 2K, but then we also, with the banning of Sakazuki, we get to play this Shirahoshi, which gives us a blocker, a little bit of defense if needed. And then, Moria being the big removal, if they destroy this, you gain a life. So there's no downside to it post-Saka, since blue just isn't a popular color. Then, of course, the Weepy Toshi, best card in the deck, pretty much, because you just get to cycle 3 through 3 cards, and you can continually stack it with Katakuri into your life. And then, of course, we're playing 4 Katakuri. The top end just gets insane because we are adding in the ace. So we've got an 8, a 9, and a 10. So we've got going first and going second just on lock. We'll talk about that just a little bit more. But yeah, he essentially allows you to tuck any card into your life. If you play Onami, you can play Katakuri and add it back to your life, so you can either use the trigger or recycle that banish effect. If you, for some reason, don't have like Yamato or Ace or a good play. And then just being able to recycle Onami is big too, because it just continually applies pressure, especially if you're doing starve plays against your opponent. And then we've got Beiji, best yellow card, makes us cry every single time. And then we've got Sparrow. So I'm playing Sparrow. Some people play the Charlotte from EB01, which is a 7-drop 9K. I guess it really depends if your opponent wants you to go first or second and if you win dice rolls. You could play both. You can also, I've seen 7 Linlin play. I think 7 Linlin is also a very strong card in this deck. This deck does have no counter, a lot of no counter cards, so it's very easily to get bricked up. But we just play a ton of top end, and then they have to swing up if they want to remove things or play removal to answer them. And so Sparrow is just very, very strong, especially if you're going second. You play us on turn 3. And then, of course, Yamato, one of the best cards in the deck, heals you, KOs a character. There's not much more that you could want. Gadatsu, of course, answers Kuzan, answers pretty much anybody a 5-life leader might play, and just overall really solid. And then of course Onami. I think Onami could be a 4 of in terms of the deck because again we do kind of have like those plays. But if you're starving, then you play this because you can give it to characters. So you can go play this on an established ace, play this on an established Yamato, then crack them for 9 for banish. And they're losing those cards. And again, like if you play Katakuri, you can tuck it into your life and use it as needed as well for either like destruction of a established Sabo or what have you. And so that plays very strong as well. But of course, again, Frankie, we already covered him, very strong. Being able to generate, you establish a body without losing card advantage when you use a trigger. And then, of course, Ace, the best addition to the deck because it gives you pressure that you didn't have before. Because you gain a life, but then you also can answer a body on board with a rush swing or even hit them for life. So you can go like 5, 10, assuming any body you had established previously didn't stick. And then, of course, being at 10 cost, it's just very hard for Moria to remove overall because it requires multiple cards, especially with the removal of Great Eruption. It just gets a little bit harder. I am choosing to play 2 Ace just because, you know, I do like Ace. The Rush Ace does put on a lot of pressure. It's one of those bodies you can play out swing and then put that pressure on them. And so say you do this and then you play like Parasparrow the following turn. If they didn't answer Ace, they're in a big trouble. So it puts a lot of pressure on them. And if they swing into it, if you have the top end, you don't even care. You can just let it go. Because you're just going to continue establishing larger threats, and they committed a ton of Dawn. Because the best way for them to hurt you is to go after your board, but now your board is going to consist of mostly top end, and it's very expensive for them to swing at it now. Whereas before we'd play things like Ohm and Holly, and then try to decide if we want to save those. Not anymore. And then Kingdom Come, I'm playing 4. I don't think necessarily you have to play this, because essentially, like, if you look at our curves, if you play this, the best case, you're playing a Frankie, so you're not going to be able to establish threats, but if you have an established threat, like, you played this Ace, answered a body, you could play this, answer another body, and, like, go, like, Ace at something again, clear that, or go like leader clear, Ace clear, then do this, KO like a freshly played body. But this is best to answer like Gecko, turn that he's played, things like that. I am playing one Amaru. I think this is also pretty flexible. Going into the set, of course, like Black still plays there. Everybody's playing Rebecca, but Rebecca overall feels relatively easy to get answered, and you might not need this. I think it could be 2 of. I think it could be a 0 of. I'm going ahead with 1 for now. And we'll see how we feel about it. Of course, because like this, you could play 3, play 2 Amaru, but of course, we play a lot of no counter. I feel like we want to play this. It's a 0 cost event, and then if you get it in your life as your last life, for 1 card, you get the gain a life, and then you can use this with Enel's effect and go up to 2 life. So phenomenal combos. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay. I'm gonna go ahead and go second just because our second curve feels better. We've got Ace, we've got this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep because I'm gonna take pretty much any hit that they throw at me. I do have to be careful of their board though, because in the same respect that they're gonna go at my face, I'm going to want to go at their board. Might even drop this Onami and go 7, but we got a 2K. We're just going to keep this. The only body we're going to potentially play is this. So on 3, we're probably going to just go. We got a Flampe. It's a 2K. We're just going to go ahead and pass. If we wanted to, we could do this, but we've got one of our top end that we can play into. They're going to use their effect. We're probably just going to smack it all at them. I'm going to take it. They get to draw a card. That's big. No effect. And I'm just going to smack a big old 9 here. Perfect. Oh, wow. That was not value at all. They lost a ton of value there. Because next turn, I'm going to go 6-7. You're going to go 8 at... You're just going to go 9 at me. He's not going to swing with the Weevil to give me something to swing at. I'm going to take it. Oh, no, I'm not going to trigger it. Oh, he's just going to go 6. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll take it. I'll trigger. That's huge. This is why this card's so good. And I drew into the 0 cost event. Tons of cards in hand. Now I've got this body too, so I can actually poke 5 here. Which is big. And it's going to cost a card that I'm going to poke 6. Okay. So now I get to go 6 here. And then they... Okay, I get it. Cool. Now I'm going to play this and... honestly, do I turn it sideways and hit him? Because I could have Gadatsu'd. Which is like, wow, I was like poking 6. Now the question is, do I want to turn this sideways and give him cards? You know, like we could just do that whole starve thing. But I go to 8 next turn. I'm going to go ahead and do it because whatever he plays, I'm going to Gadatsu. I'll give him the card. And we're going to Gadatsu it. Tons of counter. We've got the Amaru. If they play 10 Kaido, we've got Raigo. We're going to hit this ace and heal up. As it stands, he has 0 value to swing at my face. So let's see where he goes. He's going to play the Jinbei, which plays this, which is a big play. He's going to go 5 here. I'm just going to let them have that because I'm going to smack 7 here and I'm going to Gadatsu KO this. And then I still have 3 Don to work with. So, and now we have another ace. So we're super cooking. So I'm going to smack 7 here. Cool. Now I'm going to go ahead, play Gadatsu KO. And we're going to fake an event. We're going to go ahead and just go 7. So now they don't know if we play Elthor. The fact that we've inferred its existence. Which I think is always solid, because like 8's cool, but like because they have the blocker. 5. Is he really gonna go 6? I'm gonna take it. No trigger, select a card to trash. I'm at 10 next turn, so I'm gonna spam out these aces. I think we just go ahead and get rid of this. I just don't think we need him anymore. Yeah, I was like, if they want to swing with their blocker, let them. I'm gonna go ahead. Now this is where it gets nasty. 5. Great. Gain 1 life. 10. No, you don't do that. Maybe you do that. Maybe that's pretty. Get the cycle. But now they're at 3, so I could play Gadatsu. KO this. Okay. $8. I will take full value. Now I go. Look at that. 12 cards in hand. It's just rude. We're going to go ahead, poke 5. Now if he has another red rock, we're going to have to start playing a little bit more strategically. But again, we have a ton of counter. 2 Beiges we know aren't in life. He does have another red rock, so he's blinding these plays. Oh, he's just gonna hard play it. 5. What one can I have? Gadatsu. Gadatsu's my only strong body right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Boom, Weepy Toshi. Cool, perfect, perfect. I'm gonna cycle out probably one of these events. Maybe Flampe. Well, that's a 2K. I'm gonna cycle out Gadatsu because he's unplayable, and one of these. Yeah. Gonna draw. Oh, now I'm gonna stuff Weepy Toshi back in my life. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna go 7. Got us where we needed. Otherwise, I was gonna play this. I did consider using this just to KO him, but probably just save this again. This could have been cycled maybe. But we're gonna go ahead and put this Shirahoshi back in there. Because if we can get to a Yamato, then we're just cooking. We're cooking. Because he has to go wide in order to be able to beat us. At the top. Has to go wide to be able to beat us. They're 2 red rocks deep. What does this do? Can't attack. That's pretty good. And if they hit me, I'm going to draw 3 more cards. And then I'm probably going to play this next turn. So they get to play Jinbei, and they're playing this. That's pretty good. So they're super wide now. And I need to be careful of that. I can go 9 here, KO this. And then he only has a couple of hits. Do I want to take this? I'm going to take it. Use trigger. Boom, and there's a Yamato. And there's also just an ace, so I'm probably just going to play the ace. I'm going to cycle out one of these. And probably a Maru. I don't think a Maru is super relevant anymore. I'll do the Onami. Because I'm not going to hit him for banish. 6. So this is my last life. This is going to let me cycle. They don't have another attack? Yeah. No trigger. Select a card to trash. We're going to trash this Sparrow. Because we have our top end now. And so we just want to get here. And then once we can continually like protect here, now we have options. So we're like super good. I'm gonna play Rush Ace. So I'm gonna smack. I guess I could play Katakuri, put this here, but or I can Raigo 7. No, I think this is fine. Because either way, I'm getting a body 5. And I'm putting myself on them having 4 hits. Gain 1 life. And we're going to go here. Pass. Okay. I have Yamato, so I could just give them a 1K. But I'm just going to give them a 1K. Oh, I guess, yeah, because they've got 8 at my face. I'm gonna take the 8. Yeah. Yeah, I've got infinity counter. I'm just gonna take the 8. No trigger. If I really need, I can Raigo. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start off 10 to face. Yeah. Or 8 to face. 9 to face? 9 to face. 9, because then they either block. If they block, I can answer this, KO this with him, and we're in a good spot. But if not, I can just Amaru this, and then it's GG. Yeah, so they have to counter out of this. which is sweet. I think I'm just gonna Amaru here, swing there, Rygo this, then poke face. Amaru rest. Oh, I was supposed to boost this. That's fine. Okay, they gave me one card. I'm gonna go here. Sure. I'm gonna Rygo. KO this. Pass. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Every card in my hand is the 2K. And these, boom, boom. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18K encounter. So we're like super good. But yeah, he would have had extra. This card wouldn't have lived. That's my bad. Go ahead and go at 8. Wow. Okay. Sure. Trigger. Shira's effect. Trashing here. And probably cat. So I just don't need more bodies. Yeah. And then one card to trash. Yeah. And then again, just all these 2Ks. So like completely new experience. Then we go. You'll start off 9. Because then if we need to adjust, we can, and then play Yamato. But they give us the blocker. I mean, because like 11, so this will cost their whole hand. Yeah. And then 10. They block. Or they give us their whole hand, then we go. Love. Ooh. I did forget the love. Kind of a big deal. I think I'm gonna just play Yamato. I'm gonna poke 5. Yeah, I'm gonna just play Yamato. Just because I don't have to push for game. But now I have established bodies and a ton of, I have all 2Ks. And 2 life. So they have to hit me 4 times minimum. Kind of just want to let them get there and then just counter out of everything. See what we get. Nope. Okay. I give you a 1K. Yeah, as long as you see a top end, just deck something else. I'll take it. Oh, what does this do? No trigger. I'm gonna trash that. 8. I'll give you 2Ks. Draw another 2K. Look at that. We're gonna start off. Yeah. It was cooked. It was cooked. Deck's cool. Like the combo, like it has potential for combos, but in late game, it is overall super simple on what your plays are. But yeah, the fact that both curves are relatively strong too is fantastic. As always, if you found this content valuable, you could do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you so much for watching.